Right now at 6, demolition now nearly complete at the First Congregational Church of New London after that collapse last week.
And now all of the attention turns to how this happened in the first place. Channel 3 New London Bureau Chief Luke Hydash explains how local students are helping.
As the demolition of the First Congregational Church continues,
from the top of the steeple to the top of the light pole,
a different kind of work is happening at the nearby Isaac School.
What was the angle on the 15th, which is the last picture that we have, versus what is the angle 3 minutes before the actual collapse happened?
This security video of the steeple collapsing came from the school. Using that same camera and some basic math, these 8th grade students were able to find a shift in the steeple, 2 degrees over 10 days.
2 degrees in terms of small things isn't that big of a deal, but when you have a gigantic building leaning 2 degrees, you can think about how that weight is distributing, and then eventually it led to the collapse.
The students, who are also twins, are part of the 3-person honors geometry class that figured it out just one day after the church came down.
We heard a worker outside saying, "I knew that thing had moved," and then we wanted to test the theory.
Looking at like something that sadly fell, and it feels like important because it was a big part in New London. Like when I would look at it, I thought like New London's great.
This week, the students will go day by day from January 15th to the day of the collapse to see how much the steeple moved, and are hoping that what they do here can go beyond the Wailing City.
It makes you question, because New London has a lot of churches, so I think New London should check all the other ones because they're all so old, like from the 1800s and the 1900s.
We talked about how AI can just be in every camera system to look at the skyline of all the cities around the world and maybe catch something like this in the future.
The students will present their findings to the fire marshal next week. In New London, Luke Hydash, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.